Hi, hey. I hope everybody is having a good day today. I want to just take a moment and tell you about what I learned this week. And we all probably are the same when it comes to this. I have to learn things the hard way every single time. So, yeah, I pay for every class I take. I learn the hard way, so I pay for it one way or the other. But okay. So, last Sunday at church, the preacher preached this sermon, and he kind of was kicking chairs. Chairs he didn't even know about being there. He didn't even know these chairs existed. We don't have a regular preacher right now. We don't have a preacher that belongs to the church. So he's just kind of a stand-in until we get one, which is really sad. I like him. I really would enjoy if he stayed, because he's a really sweet guy. But he's not scared to hurt your feelings. I love it. I love it because he doesn't care. He's gonna give you whatever God gave him. He's gonna tell you. So that's what we need. We need it. But okay. So anyways, about I want to say it's been about 2 years. 2 years ago, when we had started having problems with the preacher that we had previously, which I don't think it was a problem with the preacher. Let me make that clear, because it wasn't. It wasn't. He was a really good preacher. He was. I enjoyed listening to him. He made a lot of sense, and still to this day I enjoy his classes and stuff like that. I go and listen to his stuff that he has on the website from previous, years. He's a good preacher. Don't let you know. But anyways, okay, so when some of the congregation started having problems with the previous preacher, we had a bunch of people who just stopped coming. Now, granted, I stopped coming too around that time. It was for different reasons. But that does not exempt me, because I was wrong. I was wrong. I admitted I was wrong. And I went back. I should have never stopped going. I stopped going because of a personal reason, just like they did though. It was personal. It had nothing to do with our obligations and our commitments that we made to that church though. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. At me. Anyways, okay, so when this happened, one of the people there just happened to be kin to the guy that I was dating previously. We wasn't dating at the time. But he goes there, I go there, they go there. And they were there before we were. They were already members. We wasn't even members yet. But I don't know what it was, but something got us, and we took it upon ourselves, and we went over there to their house, and we talked to them. We didn't cause any problems, of course. We just went and talked to them, because no, don't you stop coming to church. Don't you do that. You need to go to church. It doesn't matter if you like the preacher. You're not there to see the preacher. You're supposed to be at church because it's an obligation of yours. You've made this commitment to this church, and it doesn't matter. You're not even there to see the preacher. You don't have to like him. That doesn't mean that you can't get a message from him. That doesn't mean that God isn't speaking to you through him. God will speak to you through your enemies so often. Oh, the only problem is a lot of times you won't listen because they are your enemy. And you probably miss out on a lot for that reason. Because you need to be able to learn. It doesn't matter if you like the person who is teaching or not. You need to be able to take advice. You need to be able to you just need to be able to listen. It doesn't matter if you like the person or not. You need to be able to be an adult and come in and sit down and still listen, because you're a grown-up, right? Okay, so we went over there and talked to these people, and they were just like, no, we're not going back. We don't care. And this was the weird part, is they would still come in the mornings to the Bible studies, and they would just leave and not see not join the congregation for actual service. So it was a little childish. But here's the thing. This past Sunday, they have started coming back. They started coming back when the preacher left. Okay. So this past Sunday, when the preacher preached his sermon, he called them out. I mean, literally called them the devil. I mean, like, I'm not joking at all. And everything in me was just like, and I look over there, because they set like one pew up and over to the, and I look up, and the look on their faces was like, they knew. They just knew that he was talking about them. Dude, he don't even know. He wasn't talking about them. He wasn't talking about them, but conviction was getting them, And in my head, all I can do is, I told you so. And look over there, and I know I probably had the shit-eating grin on my face, like, I was so proud. So proud. Megan. God's still working on me, y'all. God is still working on me. He's still working on me. So all week, I have been being eaten alive by this mess, because what in the world, Megan? You should be ashamed of yourself. And I am. Because how dare me? Really, Megan? Come on now. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. I am sorry. I will be writing an apology note tonight. Because I will be apologizing to them tomorrow. Somehow, where I'm going to apologize. I don't know if they even know that I'm going to apologize anyway. Because here's the thing. Megan. If anybody watches this, which I don't know, somebody might. At this point, I think I got a diary going in YouTube or something. But here's the thing. Nobody ever listens to me. So I'm used to it. Nobody ever listens to me. Do you know how many I told you so moments I have in my life? So many. But it doesn't matter. Nobody ever listens to me. My first video on YouTube is called Cassandra Syndrome. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Cassandra was a prophet. She was a prophet, and she was cursed. She was cursed, and the curse on her was that she was going to be able to see the future. But nobody was ever going to believe her. So she would have this thing where she would have to watch people live the future that she told them about and not be able to do anything about it. So she would pretty much be like, you know what, you are going to be in a car accident tomorrow, to somebody close to her, and they would hear her, not believe her, and get in the car and leave and have a car accident. She would tell people, there's going to be an earthquake and you are going to end up, stuck in your house, and you're going to end up dying there, blah, blah, blah. And they wouldn't listen to her, and then they would end up in an earthquake and dying. And she would just have to watch people just walk into their fate and not be able to do anything about it. Yeah. Unfortunately, that seems to be how I feel a lot, because I see it. everything in me just knows that that is the most probable, thing. I don't know what it is. I don't, it's not like I get, I'm not that so raven or nothing. It's not like, and then I just get a premonition or something. Excuse my language. You seen that? I've been trying. No, I'm trying. But I know, it's just like, I know what the most probable thing is. It's not me telling the future. It's me predicting an outcome by probability. Which one's more likely to happen? What's the most likely outcome? I can just, I've always been able to do that. But like, yeah. So, apparently, I think a little bit too highly of myself. Or you know what? I'm not going to say that. It's not that I think too highly of myself. It's just that I have gotten so used to not being listened to that I feel the need to prove, or I feel the need to say I told you so. Because nobody ever listens when I tell them so. I give really good advice. I don't never take it though, so I don't even listen to myself at this point. Nobody else trusts my opinion, neither do I. I apologize. I really do. Like I said, God is still working on me, y'all. And I know He's gonna make me right. So y'all, stay prayed up, stay blessed, stay beautiful. We're gonna make it through this. But I have a feeling this won't even be my last apology note. I'm probably gonna be writing those for the rest of my life until I make it to the end. But like, it's gonna be all right.